Good afternoon, welcome back. This is a quick share today. Nick the Booksmith has been creating a lot of miniature books to bind, and recently I taught a class online, a brief tutorial on doing the all-along Coptic stitch. And I also watch other bookbinding videos, and one of those videos was about using the all-along Coptic stitch along with a binding technique that's called sewn on boards, and I will give a link below the video to that tutorial because I couldn't do any better than Darryn did on that. The neat part about it is that you use the stitches on the all along Coptic stitch to create mini bands on the spine area. Plus, what I did was I also did something called a made end paper. And a made end paper is where you take your decorative paper and you glue it to some of your text block paper. And that way, what you do when you're sewing is you punch your holes and you sew through here. There's no sewing through the decorative paper, but it helps you line everything up because you've glued this on and cut this to size before you start sewing, and then you don't have that problem of where you've tried to tip it in and to get it all square and tight when things are very, very narrow. This cover there's only like a millimeter of it's called a square of a reveal around the edge, and it's really hard to tip in a paper and get it all cut, and I have a hard time keeping the paper straight. When it's sewn onto the text block, it's absolutely straight. So all you do is you get your text block of the book, in this case it was her Sleeping Beauty and Bluebeard book, and when you go to sew your text block, this is going to be your cover. And what you do here is you punch the holes in. This is tag board or manila folder or heavy cardstock, whatever you want. You sew this onto the text block, you sew the decorative papers on, and then your text block is below here, and then on the other side you reverse it. You have the decorative paper and then the cover material, which will all make a lot more sense if you watch the tutorial. And after you've sewn it together, you glue in this board, and that becomes your cover, and it's pretty stiff. And that allows you to do these little bitty books with very narrow reveals. It also allows you to do this faux raised spine. And because this is what's called the tight back binding, in that this little piece of fabric or leather or whatever you want to use is actually glued to the spine, then when you open it up, there's no gaps where your Coptic binding was to see through. So that is just my little tip for today. I hope that you enjoyed learning a little something new to try. Especially, I know a lot of junk journalers tell me that they love the Coptic stitch, but they don't know things to do with it, and this hopefully will give you something else to try. Have a wonderful day, stay safe, wear a mask.